Hi everybody, I'm Patrick.
And I'm James.
And today we have a very special treat. We're reviewing two films, one review, Transmorphers and Transmorphers 2, The Fall of Man. Very excited. Don't let the high production values and excellent acting fool you. They're both asylum films. 2007's Transmorphers. You would think Transmorphers, you'd think from the ad, it's a Transformers homage, but I found it more Matrixy.
Yeah, it had that vibe. I thought Terminator as well.
Right. You have these robots from a distant planet that kind of set this up, that we sent this signal out, they came back and they took over the Earth. They wiped out humanity except for a few resistance fighters who live underground, which strikes me a lot like Matrix.
Man, 2 and 2. You put it together there.
It's like Sherlock Holmes could not do that as well.
The beginning of this film, when they're talking about, they lay it out, hey, we sent a signal out, we got a response. We were just saying, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, and they came back.
And then they decided to come back and kill us, just like us Earthlings to do that.
When will we ever learn? Probably never. So we have another hour and a half of really good acting. The only person in this film that I recognized was Amy Weber. For those who are fans of that late 90s, early 2000s hit television show on FX, Son of the Beach. She was in the last season of that, playing the lovely and talented Porcelain Bidet.
Oh.
But other than that, I didn't recognize anybody in them.
You won up me on that one. I didn't know anybody.
Special shout out to Big Head actress.
Yeah, she.
I hope you can find a good picture of her to put right here.
Yeah, wow. She really ruled the film, I feel like. And about halfway through the movie is when I realized that they were calling women sir.
Yeah, everybody's a sir.
Yeah, and I'm like, now was that him that she was saying sir to, or is it her? I'm confused.
Yeah, there's no masculine or feminine. It's just all masculine. There were two tones, two types of delivery in this movie, James. There was anger and sarcasm.
Future. I'll let you know that's what the future is going to be like.
Yeah, I guess that's what our two choices now. So we have.
So I'm going to get angry.
Whatever. Like really impresses me. So now we got fighting and stuff, and I did do a little research, James. You know I'm a big researcher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm known for it. Ask anybody.
That's mainly what you do
Besides movie reviews,
yeah,
I research. That's what I do. Okay. They actually filmed part of this movie on the set of the TV series Firefly. So if you're a fan of that series, it is kind of fun to see, okay, I know that area, I know that area. So in that aspect, I'm going to give the film kudos because the sets did look pretty decent because they borrowed it from another area. And when they did do a few outside shots, it was dark and rainy. And that was effective.
Yeah, it was always raining.
It was always raining because it just rains all the time. It's never sunny. I don't want to ruin the end. We want y'all to suffer through this one too if you haven't seen it. Yeah, go out and get it today. Netflix has got the first one instant.
And I instantly watched it, but it felt like eternity.
Yeah, the second one you have to get through the mail.
And the first one, did you notice everybody was like a lieutenant, colonel?
High ranking.
Nobody was like lower. Yeah. Everybody was
all chiefs and no Indians. Because Big Head actress is a general.
Yeah.
Because I can see how that happened.
And was you confused about the main guy did whatever he wasn't supposed to do? He got froze. He's supposed to be froze for hundreds of years.
Right.
But they needed him, so they took him out of cold storage.
Right.
Evidently his old love married a woman.
It's very complex, James.
She's my wife now. I don't get it. I'm confused.
Well, you hit on something there. Is if humanity is dwindling, if its numbers are dwindling, and they're on that verge of extinction, why are we freezing anybody? Wouldn't we need everybody? Especially if we got someone whose kick-assery is unparalleled.
Well, you kind of got a double thing there because you've just frozen a guy because it did seem like more women than guys.
Oh, it was female. There you go.
And then women are going to marry women. They're not going to last long.
No. Again, extinction is a beckoning. I just want to make a quick mention here about the transmorphing. They could have called this movie something else and not even tried to do a parallel with Transformers because they seem to go from robot to cannon. Yeah. And did I miss something? That seems to be.
I turned into a gun.
That's it. It's like if all of them were Megatron. If every single one was a Megatron,
That's what let me down about this movie because I was like, okay, they're ripping off Transformers. Let's check it out. It might be good. I like Transformers.
Sure.
Nothing like it.
There's nothing. They're all the same. They all do the same thing. James, do you have a particular scene that really stood out? Your favorite?
Well, this thing did sneak up on me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I wasn't expecting that.
Okay.
It's when, this is a spoiler. If y'all want to watch it, go ahead and pause this, stop it, come back.
We'll wait.
It's when the main guy finds out that he's a robot. Or cyborg.
No. Yeah, I didn't see that.
I was like, what? Now, they kind of set it up a little earlier, but I'm like, okay, he's made another one. That one didn't turn out well.
Right.
I was thinking something like Sloth from Goonies, you know?
Right.
That would be my...
That's a good twist, you know. My favorite, James, girl fight. The girl fight when they're in the barracks, you know, and they find there's like a fight and some punches are in slow motion. And I have to make I have to take the time to mention this. Did you notice the beautiful makeup?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's got, lip gloss on and foundation. Their hair's done perfectly. Because there are certain things you're not supposed to give up when there's apocalypse.
And that is style.
But there's a scene where we have some of our fighting females go into their barracks, and some subordinate females are already going through stuff of the older females or higher-ranking females, because I think the higher-ranking females are going to be killed. Let's go ahead and get their stuff now. And it's on. It's fighting time.
And that's when I found out everybody's lieutenant or colonel or general.
Admiral, settle down. You watch your mouth, General. Sorry, Commodore.
And the camera movements, they did decent, but it made me kind of nauseous.
Yeah.
You could tell they kind of moved the camera and cut scenes and slow-moed it just to make it look like it's a real good fight scene.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They try to do little tricks here and there. They're popular, kind of some Born Identities kind of stuff going on. But no random acts of nudity. Language is kept to a minimum. The violence is CGI for the most part. Yeah.
My second favorite scene was when it ended.
Yeah, that's a good scene. That's a pretty good scene. James, I'm just going to give this one, I'm going to give the first one 1 sloth. 1 out of 5. Just because, as I mentioned, some of the sets they reused were effective, and the rainy nighttime was effective. That's about it.
Yeah. I was going to give it 1.5. I wouldn't watch it again.
No.
It was just...
You can't transmorph my opinion. Okay.
My main likes was the title, which it pulled me.
Yeah.
Transmorphers.
And the ad campaign is very clever. They did heavily borrow from the Transformers ad campaign. And from what I've read online, there have been a couple people that accidentally picked this up thinking they were getting Transformers and got Transmorphers. Whoopsie, mission accomplished. Alrighty.
So let's move on to the second.
Vast improvement. Vast improvement. The second one is much better than the first one, but it's still, I wouldn't say, good.
No. And again, this is a prequel.
Correct.
I thought it would be like a second one, but Patrick got it through the mail on Netflix, and he warned me, hey, this is a prequel. And I was like, what?
Yeah, this is the setup. We talked about in the first one where the robot creatures come to Earth and they decimate the planet and enslave humanity. This is the spearhead invasion. This is when you find out when they first come to the planet. And it's got Bruce Boxleitner, Scarecrow and Mrs. King. He plays a small town sheriff who gets wrapped up in all this. And it's got Jennifer Rubin. I had to look her up. She's a female doctor, and she apparently had a career back in the 80s. And then we have Shane Van Dyke.
Man, he's famous. I seen him, I was like, oh.
That's that dude.
There he is.
That's that guy. And he's the world's best drone pilot.
That's true.
That's right. So we have this one, whereas the first one was more Matrixy. I found this one a lot like Maximum Overdrive. Remember that, where the things come to life?
Yeah.
Which was surprising. I liked it, though. It was a good surprise.
It was, and now I watched this back to back as well as you did, right?
Yes, I watched them both in one day.
And I did it, midday and then late. And I'll tell you, I fell asleep and had to wake up and finish it.
What? Transmorphers 2?
Well, it's getting late, and the excitement.
That's okay. You're only human.
I am.
You were transmorphing into sleepiness.
And it worked.
Yes, indeed. This one, I'll tell you just up front. Bruce Boxleitner, Scarecrow and Mrs. King, is in the first half of this film, and his character is killed. And the first half of the film where he's in it is actually pretty good, because he actually has acting chops. He probably did this film as a favor to Shane Van Dyke, because when Shane Van Dyke calls you and says, be in my movie, the only acceptable answer is yes. So he does, but after he is killed, after the Bruce Boxleitner character is killed, this film just disintegrates. There are a couple good scenes where the fireballs are landing.
Yeah.
They're streaking through the sky. And I thought that was really well done. The special effects were really good. But the basic, no, it tries to set up for a Terminator thing. Shane Van Dyke is the John Connor character from Terminator. And it just, so all the attention and pressure and goodness of the first half is just gone in the second. It was just it had the potential to be a very good asylum film.
Yeah, I mean, when it first started, like you said, it was decent. Now, the driving kind of made me giggle. Like, the first lady on the phone, I'm on my phone, going like 3 or 4 lanes. Yeah, I'm talking on the phone. And then when there's in a hurry, in a truck, there's like all over 2 lanes.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. The geography's a little fun, too, because the woman who's on the phone at the very beginning takes place in Southern California. So that she's in the hills that you're familiar with if you've seen anything filmed in Southern California. And like instantly she's in an industrial area when Bruce Boxleitner pulls her over. It's like, whoa, what happened there? Don't think about it. Don't think about it. So you've got the invasion from the Transmorphers and the setup for the fight that's going to happen and the results of the fight we see in the first one. And that's pretty much the movie. Now, as I understand it, the second one's rated R, and I don't know why.
Maybe that love scene.
Awkward. Shane Van Dyke's like, I'm writing myself. He wrote this, by the way. I looked that up.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he didn't direct it, but he wrote it. I'm going to put myself love scene in there.
I was wondering because they had... the first one was written, directed, and edited by the same person.
Right. I forget his name.
I was getting kind of tired by the second one, so I didn't pay attention to all that. But
that's the closest we get to random act of nudity, and you really have to. You would see more nudity on a film edited for television on a Saturday afternoon, but for some reason, I think they dropped the F-bomb in that movie a couple times.
They did.
It just feels wrong for this kind of movie. I don't know what they were going for, but okay. My favorite scene was actually the very beginning. I did not know we were going to have a Maximum Overdrive kind of feel. So when the woman's cell phone comes to life and kills her, that actually got me. I was like, what? No. I enjoyed that. That was my favorite bit.
This is going to shock you.
Uh-oh.
My favorite?
Yep.
When the cell phone attacks her.
That was really clever.
It got me tickled, though. I mean, you see it and you see her face and then... the part where it's on her face.
Right. It turns out like this spidery looking thing and then zapped her right in the forehead.
That was my favorite.
The other person who gets killed by the Garmin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's driving, he's got his GPS thing, and the GPS is like, get out of the car. It's like, what are you talking about? Get out of the car. What? And then the Garmin shoots him like a laser, and he's pushed out of the car by the car. Presumably. But when he lands on the ground, he's got these cuts and bruises and stuff.
It's a long fall. 3.5 feet.
I don't know where the cuts and bruises... Yeah, it's best not to think about it. I'm going to give this one 2 sloths, James. I'm going to give it double the score of the first one. And if the film had continued in the vein with Bruce Boxleitner, it could have gone 3, maybe 4. But it didn't. So 2 it is.
I'll also go 2 on this one. It was a little bit of an improvement from the first one. But it's still...
It did not transmorph our opinion that much.
No.
Okay, well that is it. That's our double header. Watch this at your own peril. Yeah, there's nothing more I can really say about that.
We've warned you.
Yeah, we've warned you, so you've been warned. Now, we've got a couple special things coming up. 2 Lazy Guys. Soon we're going to be doing, and I don't know what particular order, we're going to do another rapid fire. Devin, our friend Devin's going to come back and do another rapid fire video. This time, James and I will have no idea what Devin's going to come up with. It's going to be completely spontaneous. Looking forward to that. We also have another top 5 list, hidden gems, movies that we thought should be masterpieces or classics, but not really there. Not necessarily panned, but just films that we think are lovely and wonderful and deserve more attention. And then we're going to do our starter reviews of the Fast and Furious movies. Movies people actually heard of.
That's right.
It's pretty exciting. So we got that coming up, and so follow us, like us, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Which we're right here on YouTube.
Oh, what we're on right now. Oh, yeah. Follow us on this channel that you're watching right now. All right. Until next time, keep it transmorphery.
Or lazy.
Or that too.
Or